Welcome to Yeukai Business Show, UK's premier business show where we feature business thought leaders, high achievers, and industry experts. Today's episode is brought to you by World Outsourcing Solutions Limited, a company that specializes in helping executive business owners with virtual assistant services and business growth systems. Here's your host, Yeukai Kechidori.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Enlightened Entrepreneurs podcast. Today's interview is sponsored by World Outsourcing Solutions, where we focus on helping business owners with outsourcing services and other important topics relating to business growth systems. I invite you to check out www.worldoutsourcingsolutions.com for more information. The title of our interview today is Business Systems, the critical skills every business owner needs to have and develop in order to succeed in their business. My name is Yeukai Kechidori, and today I'm talking with Ian Crueldad about the critical skills every business owner needs to have in order to succeed. Welcome to the call, Ian.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thanks again for being here with us. Now, Ian is a hands-on expert when it comes to business systems. In fact, I'm very thrilled about today's interview because he's a young man who saw a need while still at university not too long ago and thought, I can come up with something that is going to help other students in this. In fact, we're going to hear a lot more about that very, very soon. Again, thanks, Ian, for joining us on this call, on this podcast.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for having me.
My set of first questions, Ian, is all about your background and your experience in this field of business systems so that business owners here will have a bit of understanding of who you are, how you develop your skill, and how they can relate to you. So to get us started, can you tell us a bit about yourself in terms of your education, background, and of course experience in systemizing businesses?
Sure. My name is Ian Crueldad. I'm originally from San Jose, California, where I was born and raised. I was raised by a single mom. I recently graduated from the George Washington University in 2015 with a Bachelor's in political science and a minor in philosophy. And I created a website where interns and students can rate and review internships called internship.com.
Awesome. The main reason that we got Ian to come and be part of us is his entrepreneurial mind. He saw a need that he experienced, and then got on to to want to provide a solution for that need. So, Ian, talk to us about that. You had great experience with internship, but you saw some some loopholes that you thought you could fit in. Can you talk to us about that?
Sure. Ever since I started college, I've been interning almost every semester, and I noticed that a lot of interns, through my interactions in my internships, a lot of the interns weren't able to find the right internship that best fits them. A lot of them were unprepared for the internship, or at the end of the internship, they realized this is the internship that they were initially looking for. So before I graduated, I decided to start my own company. And luckily, before graduation as well, I was able to get invested for the company. And that's why I decided to launch interpub.com. I started in Washington, D.C. because there's a lot of internships in Washington, D.C. And I was already in the area. And a lot of students and interns that are living in Washington, D.C. also intern on a regular basis. So I think this would be a really benefit service for them before finding the next internship for them.
Beautiful. Would you consider yourself to have had experience in running business or being around people who run business previously?
Me, myself, personally, I don't have a lot of experience in running a business. I started my company during college, and I was studying political science. But one of the things I did was surround myself with people who have business experiences and technical experiences that would help me in launching the company and running the company myself.
Awesome. And so other than, seeing the need that existed there in terms of, for college students, what motivated you to go out there and start your own business?
One of the main reasons why I decided to start my own business was one, because I would be able to help people. I would be able to be in a position to help people reach their goals and find the right internship, and then through that, hopefully, they will be able to find the right careers after their internships. So that's my first reason. The second reason why I decided to start my own business is because I grew up pretty poor in the United States, and I decided that I wanted to be my own man, and I wanted to start my own company, and I wanted to be the person who was in charge of myself financially.
Incredible. And you mentioned earlier on that you were raised by a single mom, and I'm sure mom played an important role in, helping you, to go out after your own dreams. What were your childhood memory from, when, at home, talking about business, maybe with mom, or anything around entrepreneurial, sort of lifestyle?
Well, to be honest, growing up, I didn't necessarily think I was going to be an entrepreneur,
Right.
and my mom didn't necessarily prepare me for that. But what she did was to make sure that I was prepared enough to go to college and graduate from college and be able to live on my own and survive on my own.
Right. Right. And you've done that.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's jump on into how you've managed to systemize your business, since the time you launched it.
Sure. So one very important aspect of running a website is the data that has been collected on a daily basis. So I created a system in the website where people will be able to navigate it easily. People will be able to register and log in, and they'll be able to find the internship rating that they're looking for very easily. So I made sure that the website itself was user-friendly, very user-friendly. And in terms of collecting the data, I just have a system in my website where it just tracks down what pages are being looked at, where in the world that the user is coming from. And I also created a system where it tells me what internship ratings they were looking at and what ratings were submitted for an employer.
Awesome. Awesome. And, in our previous conversation, you mentioned that you actually registered the company, in April time, and around August, you actually launched, the website to go out there. In fact, you brought your idea to the market. What was happening between April and August? What were you doing during that time?
During those couple of months, I was making sure that the website was being built.
Right.
And I was beta testing the website before its official launch. And at the same time, I was collecting internship ratings from my network, which includes a lot of interested students from all over the country.
Awesome. Awesome. And would you consider yourself to have had an experience of an overnight success, or you are having to work extremely hard to get this project out into the public or into the hands of the people that really want to use it?
Well, to be honest, success itself doesn't come overnight. I have made a lot of progress. I have made a decent amount of progress. I've been able to collect a lot of internship ratings in a small amount of time.
Right.
Ever since I started this company, I've been working extremely hard to get to the progress I've been able to achieve.
Incredible, incredible. Let's dive into these certain steps, of how anyone can, systemize their business. The importance of these skills, which hopefully our our audience will find very helpful. If you are talking to somebody who is looking to systemize their business, what would you consider to be the very first thing or the most important skill they need to develop?
Sure. The first thing any business owner who wants to systemize their business needs to know is exactly what information they're trying to get out of providing the service to their clients.
Right.
So, for example, for my company, the information that I'm trying to get out from the service that I'm offering to my clients is internship ratings. So I've been able to create a system in the website that surrounds how internship ratings are being posted and collected to a daily
Right.
basis.
Right. Right. Well, why would these steps be important to anyone starting out?
It's important to anyone starting out because having an organized system could break or make your business. And the reason being is if you're not able to be organized, running your own business would be very hard in terms of navigating and providing the actual service to your client.
Incredible. One of my experts that we interviewed, I think 3 weeks ago, touched on this subject. In fact, if you're listening to this, watch out to one of the podcasts that was released 3 weeks ago. Talks about, the very probably similar topic. He said on the recording there that when you systemize your business, you make things much easier. Just like Ian is saying here, that you will be able to let the system run even in your absence.
Yes, and that's what I've been able to do. Being that my company is run primarily online, anyone can go on the website anytime, and they're able to submit internship ratings and look at internship ratings from other interns. They're easily able to share anything on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and they can do all this without having someone assist them.
Absolutely, and that's the best thing about that. Not only that, you can have people from a different part of the country, using the system while you're asleep, and then, when you monetize that, that means passive income coming to you without you being present.
That is correct.
Yes, let's look at how long it takes to get started with developing this skill, so that people can actually start seeing the result.
Sure.
Okay, Ian, when you were systemizing your business, how long did it take you to do that before you launched the site or the program to the people, to the marketplace?
Well, fortunately, like I said before, I surrounded myself with people who have business experience and technical experience. So, in terms of systemizing the business, it only took a couple weeks because during the
Right.
developing of the website, I was able to get advice from those who are already experienced, and they're able to advise me in terms of how the business should be systemized.
Awesome. And suppose one of our audience here, they've been trying to systemize their business, and they feel like getting, they're stuck one way or the other. What is your advice to help them get unstuck, so to speak?
Well, my advice would be coming from a business owner, someone who right now is the only person running their business. You need to make sure that you're always seeking advice, um, either from someone from your network or someone who has some sort of business or technical experience. Because for myself, for being in the position of a business owner, I realize my limitations and understand that I'm always going to need help. So I make sure that I surround myself with people who are great advisors and people who will be able to help me run my business.
Awesome. Still progressing on that, Ian. What would you say once people have done the first skill, follow through with this first skill? What will be the second skill they need to develop?
Well, in terms of systemizing your business, it would be necessary that you have people working under you to make sure that the systemizing of the business continues to flow
Right.
progressively.
Right, right. And in line with that, why is this, say, second most important skill?
I mean, it's always important to have people to work under you because as a business owner, you're not gonna be able to do everything on your own.
Right.
And being able to systemizing your business does help you um, does help the business run itself during your absence. But there's always going to be unexpected situations
Mhm.
um, when systemizing your business and when your business is running on its own. So you always need someone that will be able to help you just in case those situations occur.
Awesome, awesome. And one of the things we have learned, running world outsourcing solutions here in the UK is when you systemize your business, you are in a position to scale your business faster because you just plug certain individuals into the system, and that gets the job done. What Ian is sharing here is actually crucial. If you're getting started, if you figure out how you can systemize your business right from the beginning, not later on, you are going to give yourself a lot of freedom, and you'll be able to scale your business faster than anyone who doesn't have systems. Because if you were to look at it, objectively, anything that is done well follows a system. If you look at McDonald's, how they're spread across the world, they follow a certain system. And Ian here managed to do exactly that in his business, and has got a lot of potential of helping students all across America, with internship. Now let's jump on to the third most important skill that a business needs to develop if they're to succeed with systemizing their own business.
Sure. The last important skill is, for me personally, is to always be updated on what new technology is available or what new business practices are available. Because when you're
Right,
trying to systemize your business, you want to be constantly improving the system that you're implementing.
right, right. Why is that important, Ian?
Because the market's always changing, the way that business practices and business processes are always changing.
Right.
It would be important to make sure that your business is up to date. So you'll be in a better position to scale at a much faster and higher rate, and you'll be able to meet the needs of your clients.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the business that don't change, in our experience, they are left behind. They become obsolete. It doesn't necessarily mean they're not good businesses, but people will move away from them, and you don't want that. If you are just starting out as a business owner, you want your business to be progressive and constantly improving, just like Ian is sharing here with us. Ian, are there any other major skills in your experience that you think business owners need to pay particular attention when it comes to the subject we've been talking about?
Yes, I know I've emphasized a couple times, but whether you're running your business on your own or not, you just need to make sure you surround yourself with people who are going to be able to advise you in terms of running your own business and the technical side of the business as well.
Right.
Um, and altogether, this would help you systemize your business because it would put you in a better position in making sure that any predicaments that come through, you'll be able to be in a better position to face it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What sort of mindset do business owners need to have to enable them to develop these important skills we've talked about?
A business owner needs to have a mindset that they're always going to be able to that through their hard work they should be able to achieve their goal, and any issues that come along the way they need to learn how to face them. They can't have any self-doubts about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I bet when you were starting out, during those sort of quiet time when you were testing your product and all that, you had some self-doubt. are there any maybe advice you could give to business owners who are having self-doubts and maybe just close to giving up?
For any of those who do have self-doubt or are close to giving up, the only way you can succeed is to continue pursuing solutions to the problem. So if you have a hard time, let's say building a website for your company, you just need to continue whatever it takes to build a website for your company. Or if you have an issue about reaching your first client, you just need to continually try to reach your first client. And how you get there would be absolutely up to the business owner, but you got to be able to keep pushing it because that's the only way you'll be able to solve a problem.
Absolutely. I was listening to Tony Robbins not too long ago talking about self-doubt, and I learned that self-doubt is something that happens to all of us when we are launching something new because we've never done it before. So you have this sense of, okay, is this going to work? What do I need to do? You all have all these things. But the way to deal with it, just like you say, Ian, is to go ahead and keep doing that. You will develop some muscles that when that self-doubt comes in, you look back and say, okay, at one point I doubted this area, but look, I managed to overcome it. And then you keep going forward with what it is that you want to do. So if you're there listening to this audio recording right now, here's one word for you. Just keep going. Maybe 3 words, in a nutshell. But just keep on going despite of the self-doubt. Surround yourself, just like Ian has mentioned here, with some people who have accomplished, what you want to do. Ian, where do you find these people that you will surround yourself with?
A lot of the people I found myself to be surrounded with are people that I met through networking events. So I personally go out there, go through different entrepreneur events, different tech startup events. That's some of the areas that I've been able to find my advisors. Another way I was able to find my advisors was through networking events at my university. My business advisor himself actually graduated from the same university I went to.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for all that information. Now, if you were to start over again, what would you do differently, given the knowledge you have accumulated over the last few years? What would you do differently?
The number one thing I would have done differently is probably take a couple of business classes during my time in college.
Right. How has that affected you when you were launching your own business?
Well, if I took business classes in the first place, I would have been able to understand how to run the business from a perspective of business owner instead of someone who is just trying to pursue an idea.
Awesome. There you have it, guys. That's Ian here with us, sharing, his knowledge and his experience in running a business. Ian, do you have last words for those who are listening today and want to, maybe to pursue what they have, conceived to be a great idea?
Sure. Coming from a position where I'm very young, and I don't have any background experience or business background. If you have a great idea or if you want to do something, you should just do it. You're never going to know what problems you're going to face. You're not going to know exactly what's going to happen. But when the situation comes, as long as you pursue through, you'll be able to get to the outcome intended to continue running the business.
Awesome. And finally, Ian, I know you've got this wonderful business going on right now. And would you share, what is it that you do right now and how people can get in touch with you should they want to work with you?
Sure. So right now I'm just working full-time on the business. If anyone wants to contact me, they can contact me at crueldad@internpub.com. Or they can just go to the contact us page on the website and they'll be able to find my information on there.
That's beautiful. Let's just talk a bit about exactly what you are doing in your business so that people will know that this is exactly what they are looking for. Be it the students who are listening here that are looking for internship, or the employers. You were mentioning to me about the rating systems. Can we talk about those two things for a moment?
Sure. So on a daily basis, I host events at different universities in Washington, D.C. And in those events, that's where I collect internship ratings and register users.
Right.
And then I also work on social media. This means advertising on Facebook and Google and on Twitter. And I'm always having meetings with different employers in terms of how we can engage with them and how we can have their interns engage with the website.
That's wonderful. And for those who wants to work with you, what can they expect from your services?
For anyone who wants to work with me, I usually choose the people I work with in terms of whether or not I'm going to have a good relationship with them.
Right.
And in terms of the services, for any employer who wants to know how their internship program is being run, or if their interns are enjoying their time at your organization, they can easily speak with me, and we can set up a system where they'll be able to get feedback directly from their interns.
Beautifully done. Awesome. Once again, thank you, Ian, for a great interview. And I'm sure all of the business owners in our audience have a much clearer understanding of the necessary skills they need to systemize their business now that you've laid it so clearly. And also, thank you for sharing what it is you're doing in InternPub. .com, where you are helping a lot of students and also employers, bringing those two together. Really appreciate your time. Our listeners, I want to invite you to take a look at www.internpub.com. That's www.internpub.com. You can get in touch again with Ian, from there if you want to do that. And if you happen to forget all that, just send an email to support@worldoutsourcingsolutions.com, and we'll be able to put you in touch with Ian as soon as possible. So again, thank you, Ian, for sharing with us all your knowledge and being generous with your what in the world of business.
And thank you for having me on the show and being able to let me be in a position to help future entrepreneurs.
Incredible. So again, I'm Yeukai Kajidoro. Thank you for joining the Enlightened Entrepreneur podcast. And I would like to invite you to check out worldoutsourcingsolutions.com today for all your outsourcing needs and other business growth systems that we have there. And with that said, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Yeukai Business Show. We will be back to bring you more episodes with success stories and advice straight from the experts. Want more? Check out www.yukaibusinessshow.com. Get your free trial of our virtual assistant service today. Just visit www.worldoutsourcingsolutions.com. Quote WOS18 or send us an email at support@worldoutsourcingsolutions.com.